Congressional leaders are calling for Nancy Pelosi to vacate her seat as Speaker of the House. I mean, but the question is, what type of work would she do if she was unemployed? Because this is the unemployment video. Well, she could work at a pot dispensary and sell Purple Haze. She could, be a track and field coach and chase postmen around the field. She could work at a hair salon. No, I don't think that would work, actually. Oh, she could be a refrigerator spokesperson. Just get $12 ice cream out of the refrigerator and eat in front of $20,000 refrigerators for publicity. Yeah, that might work. Of course, Mitch McConnell heard this, and he jumped in, and he had an offer for her. She could hold plates and say, "Children going hungry, children going hungry," in front of Red Lobster. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Afternoons LALATE, and I'm here. You are here. Your cat, your dog, your seagull, your flock. Well, no, her flock of sheep, not your alpaca, your llama. We're all here, and we're ready to talk about unemployment benefits on Afternoons LALATE. It's a great day. Thank you for joining me. I'm really blessed for you to join me on our 2-hour programming block every day. This is a big video where I'll be answering some of your 844 questions about unemployment, UI, PUA, FPUC, LWA, and what is up with Nancy's hair color? I'll be answering that as well. If there was ever a day to like and subscribe to this channel, it's today. Go to the front of this channel and hit the subscribe button. Also hit the alert so you get alert when a new video goes live. Also, drop your comments below, and I might feature them in tomorrow's recording. Meantime, like this video because this is going to be a damn good video. I'll be covering a lot of details about what's going on unemployment benefits. First, I will be going over where we are on LWA. Then I'll be going over where we are on FPUC 2.0. Third, I'll be going over what's happening with executive orders for LWA. And fourth, I'll be talking about that $100 add-on for the states for LWA, what happened with that. And finally, I'll be answering your incredible questions. So let's get to the news. Get those Democrats and Republicans in the room, and let's get to it. LWA will be paying 6 weeks. FEMA confirms that states will receive 6 weeks of benefits of LWA. No more, no less. Exactly 6 weeks. That'll be $300 times 6, $1,800, which will ultimately land in your bank account. I don't know the routing times. I don't know the way in which they're paying the amounts. They're literally doing it all different from state to state. The thing that you need to take away from this video is the following. Stay patient. You're going to get the full $1,800. There's no way to know, and in some cases the states don't even know. Is the first check coming? Is the second, and the third, and then the second, and the fourth? It's just all going to come. Stay very, very calm. So that leaves a lot of people wondering what happens after week 6. Well, we had incredible great news this week as the Problem Solvers bill was introduced on Tuesday. And it basically said, hey, after week 6, guess what? We're going to do FPUC 2.0. The Problem Solvers bill does not do it retroactively back to the expiration date of FPUC 1.0. It says we're going to start FPUC 2.0 in October. And it puts it at $450 a week, 8 weeks, and then $600 a week for 5 weeks thereafter. The bill was introduced, and it got Republican and Democrat support, but the one person whose support was absolutely insanely incredible was the president. The president said he supports that amount and that bill. No Republican, certainly ranking as high as the president, has ever come out for enhanced unemployment benefits over $400. During the negotiations between Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi, the highest that Steve Mnuchin ever went was $400. So for the president to say he supports a bill that's $450 and then goes to $600, that's insanely good. He said he supports it, he supports the amount of money, and if that wasn't enough, he says the Republicans need to get off their butts and get up to the number. The bill would pay you this money all the way to December 31st. So what happens after that? We just simply don't have relief under this bill. That was where we landed. So what should you think about going into the weekend? I am really pushing this, and I'm pushing it very clearly, that executive order still appears to be the path to get you stimulus checks and enhance unemployment benefits. And if there was ever time to be on social media, it's now to really get Meadows to ramp up. Mark Meadows, chief of staff to Donald Trump, has said you need to get second stimulus checks out right away. He says they need to be done right away, and we need to enhance unemployment benefits to be done right away. I have given a pledge of allegiance to this channel and the Purple Power. I will personally fly to Washington to meet with Meadows if the viewers of this channel can get Meadows to agree to meet with me, and I will urge Meadows to ask the president to issue executive orders for a round of second stimulus checks, $1,200 individuals, $2,400 married couple, $1,200 adult dependents, $1,200 minor dependents, family of 5, not take out for child support, send them out forthwith with the existing funds that the president has access to by executive order. Second, I'll also ask for $450 a week FPUC all the way to December, but retroactively back to the expiration of FPUC 1.0. Now, as you sit here today, then, is there any legislative progress to get FPUC 2.0 moving, separate apart from executive order authority? I don't see it happening right now. I mean, the situation could literally change in 24 hours or 4 hours. I don't see it happening because Republicans and Democrats are literally all over the place. They can't agree upon anything. The president said yesterday that he absolutely supports 1.5 trillion of the problem solvers bills. Incredible, because he's the one who signs the bill. Guess what Republicans today said? That they don't think their fellow Republicans will ever agree to anything over 1 trillion. This is after the president said, I will agree to 1.5, and I'm urging all the rest of the Republicans to get higher than 1.5. Now they're saying they're not even going to go over a 1. On the other side, Pelosi's having problems because she's stuck at 2.2, and the Democrats are calling for her to step aside and get her number down into the high 1s. It's such a hot mess that Mark Meadows says you have to have legislative action to get this voted and approved within about the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, he doesn't see it coming by act of Congress before the election. So that tees up again executive authority. Here's some news about LWA minutes ago. California said EDD says it plans to finish phase 1 of LWA payments early next week. Phase 2 is already underway. So if you're in California, there's 2 phases for LWA. Phase 1 payments have already started. Phase 2 is starting next week. What does this mean and how does this work? Well, phase 1 includes people who already had informed EDD they're unemployed due to the pandemic and disruptions. And how is it doing this? EDD estimates the phase will include 3.2 million with payments a total of 2.7 billion. EDD is making payments to people in phase 1 based upon how they certified for the weeks beginning July 27th, 26th, and August 15th. If you submit a certification for all those 3 weeks at the same time, you receive a one-time lump sum of $900. If you do receive your certification for all those 3 weeks at the same time, you receive 2 payments, one for $600 followed by $300, one for $300 followed by $600. In other words, a hot mess express, too hard to follow. That's one state, and it just simply resonates what I've been telling you, which is you're going to get the LWA money. I mean, it's just too hard to follow. I'm going to give you 1 week, and I'm going to give you 5. You're going to get 6 weeks, $1,800. Now, big news about that $100 add-on. 4 states, Kentucky, Montana, Vermont, and West Virginia, are paying the $100 weekly benefits on top of the $300 to make it $400. Kansas was supposed to be one of those states, and I have been reporting about them for a while, but Governor Laura Kelly had initiated a bill locally to pay that $100 add-on, but the legislature rejected it. So Kansas, you're only going to get $300 like the rest of the other states, like California. All right, so you had about 500 comments to yesterday's video about unemployment benefits. Let me get to them right away. Jackie Martin, wish he would do retroactive payments for us. That would help so many more people. I agree. Mary, the Senator John Kerry comment. Andrea, we're getting closer. Tracy Dubois, the stimulus whisperer. I love that. Balua Carb, hello, Purple Power. Juan Vanswaldo, Purple Power, let's keep it going, family. I'm amen. Nicole Chalise, hopefully they make it retroactively. JC, who's following Elliot around. POTUS spoke to the problem solvers. His press spoke about the problem solvers. Absolutely, Debbie. Sherry, why is the first 2 weeks of October skipped? You know, there's going to be weeks skipped in this. It's really unfortunate. Bed, Pelosi needs to live homeless. Mike, $1,200 a single dependents is far way better to do than they were left out of the first stimulus package. I agree. I mean, the thought of not giving people stimulus checks the first time around, and now you're going to give them 500, it's just not sufficient. Celia, we need the money right away. Leslie, 6 weeks of LWA ends mid-September, so everyone loses an entire month. That puts millions in a tight spot. Mid-September, I don't know the exact day in October the problem solvers were to have their payments start. I know it said October, but I don't see where it's exactly a full month. It may miss a week or two. Patrick, Purple Power, man, LA's #1. I appreciate that. Vernon, will they be taking a vote? Elena, by the time we get the bill, most of us we've used up our unemployment benefits. No. If you start during the pandemic, you're not using up your benefits yet. You just not run out the number of weeks. Remember, you have a lot of weeks. That comment only applies to people who were on unemployment far before this pandemic started. And, you know, generally, and I'm not going to go into incredible detail on this, but generally during the Obama administration, if you are on unemployment, you don't run out of unemployment benefits in a few months. You could literally be on unemployment for a year, 2 years, 2.5 years. So I'm seeing a lot of comments where people have only been on unemployment for 4 months. Like, I'm running out of unemployment. You don't run out of unemployment that quickly. You have a lot of thresholds. You first have your first level of unemployment. Then you have FPUC that are after, and then you have enhanced unemployment benefits. So you have a lot of weeks for UI. PUA, you have 30-something weeks, so we're not at 30-something weeks. PUA only started in March, so you could not have been on PUA before that. And lastly, I'm still getting this comment. I got to this comment since the day this channel started. Oh my goodness. I'm on UI. Can I switch to PUA? No. I need a t-shirt. Can't be UI and PUA. I don't know how many times I'm going to get that question. PUA requires you to be ineligible for UI. PUA people are people who are not eligible for UI. So if you're on UI, you don't switch to PUA. And the question is always the same. I'm running out of UI. Can I go over and get some PUA? No. That's not the purpose of PUA. PUA is not a sort of catch-all to give you extra weeks because you're running out of UI, which you're probably not running out of. PUA is for people who aren't PUI people. PUA are independent contractors, sole practitioners, people who are not W-2 employees who are on UI. So if you're a W-2 employee jumping over to PUI and say, hey, here I am, you know, is this Red Lobster? It's like, no. No, we're locking the doors. You come back asking for the lobster. Denny, one vote for the Purple Power people. I love that. Life and Me and Laura Aponte. They're stalling for a reason. It's insane. Nancy has done something. She's sticking with it. DJ Frank, Nancy Pelosi, Temple of Doom, Problem Solvers, Hall of Justice. I love that. Tiffany, good evening, Ally. Well, I appreciate that, Tiffany. Jeff Bentley, great video. Someone on YouTube actually admits the Democrats are at fault. I mean, I'll admit, you know, anyone's at fault. EJ Baker, thank you for bringing us all together. The positive voice of the people. You're extremely witty and intelligent. Love this channel. I appreciate that. Cynthia Randolph, love your intros. Elaine, they're not doing anything. Paradise, I'm getting a Yorkie at the end of the month and I'm naming it LLA. Oh my God, Paradise Beach is naming a dog after me. I have to see the dog. Oh my God, send me a tweet, send me a DM, send me an Instagram post. Someone's getting a dog and naming it after me. Paradise Beach, which is actually Paradise Cove here in Los Angeles, is really one of my favorite places to go to. The Big D Zone, let's make Nancy homeless and lose her expensive house. Larry, shh, all talk, no action, show me the money. Connie Hamilton, God bless you. I'm guaranteeing a good one every time I watch you, as well as a fantastic reporter. I appreciate that. I take a lot of time researching all these details. Bob Santorius,
So do you know when there'll be a vote in the House? Michael, the question is on filing a non-filer for the IRS. Try to. But the online question is nowhere, application is nowhere to be found. Desmond in Texas. I've gotten that question a lot. I really don't know. Some people answered by like saying, here it is. And other people came back and said, I can't find it. So I really don't know. Robert Henson, a longtime original viewer of this channel, an OG that supported this channel with the donations and everything. We love LALATE. Here, Kitty. I appreciate that. Let me jump later in some of these. If the states have all this extra money, they should use it to extend the LWA benefit. Cody Zickerfoos. I agree. Dan Freeben. The enhanced unemployment is great, but why 8 weeks at 450 and 5 weeks at 600? It would make sense to go 8 weeks at 600, 5 weeks at 450. There's a lot of things that don't make sense with the problem solver spell. There's that line that talks about retroactive under stimulus checks. It's like everyone saw that word and they're like, retroactive checks? It's like, no, because no one knows why that word is in there. No one understands why unemployment benefits would stop in December. I don't know why all these people are putting things to stop on December 31st. I mean, of all the dates to choose for benefits for COVID to stop as New Year's Eve, when everyone's on vacation, no one's in Congress, it's a thick of winter, it's snowing, it's cold, and we're going to have everything expire on New Year's Eve. It doesn't make sense to me. At least like, January 30th or something. Roy Stone Rock, the fact that it's election year is likely helping with the stimulus. The politicians are aware not having a stimulus will help their chances of being reelected. Rona, good evening, Purple Power. Let's keep our heads up. It's a good thing that things are coming. Amen to that. If you have questions for today's video, drop them in the comments below. I didn't, as you see, have a lot of questions about unemployment. If I missed your comment, because there are 2,000 comments per day per video, drop it again and I'll try to answer it tomorrow's recording. If you have a question about UI, PUA, FPUC, LWA, and it's a question about how to certify, how do I, questions about eligibility, questions about answering questions on the application, drop it, because when I answer your questions on air, other people hear the answers, and those questions and the answers help other people. Questions that don't really help anyone, and I certainly don't know the answer, is where's my check for LWA? I don't know where your check is for LWA. I'm in Tennessee, and I got 2 checks. Where's my 3rd check? I don't know. Why would the kid in the purple shirt in California know that? I don't know. If I did, I would tell you. If you have questions about FPUC 2.0, questions about progress or executive order or calculations or eligibility, drop them below. I'm here to help you. That's the purpose, has always been, for enhanced unemployment benefits and UI benefits of this channel. I did unemployment benefits the very first day of this channel on April 25th. It is one of the original video subjects of this channel. It has been done every single day, every single week of every single month since April 25th. I don't think anyone in the history of YouTube can attest to this many PUA videos or this many FPUC videos. In fact, I know I know no one has done that many videos every single day, and I'm here to continue to help you, to get you money and to get you money you're entitled to. And for that reason, this is the time to go to the front of this channel and subscribe and drop your comments below and hit that alert button. Also, like this video because this is a darn good video and should be right at the top of the rankings. Coming up next is Rent. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay LA for more.